What's going on, everybody? It's Jada Black here. Another video. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. You know, I wasn't really going to speak on this, but a lot of people over the last couple of days have been asking me about it, and I was sent a video by a subscriber, shout out to you, of an Instagram live that this particular female did, the baby mother, ex-girlfriend of Omarion. They have 2 children together. Now, I know of her from the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood show. And from what I saw of her on that particular show, she seemed like a decent chick who was very emotional. I can tell right then and there she has some emotional issues. But what I see going on now is she looks like she's having an emotional breakdown. Now, this could be all storyline, because we all know that Mona Scott Young and VH1, they basically are like WWE. They be cutting promos basically through social media, which leads up to the eventual shows, right? But watching this particular Instagram live, I'll probably either play a clip of it, or I will put a link to it in the description. Y'all can go and check it out. And I was thinking about doing a live stream on this. So depending on what I do, I may just do this video and then do an extended live stream on it. All right. So make sure y'all subscribe to Jada Black live streams too. Okay. Now, it was sad to look at this, because you have somebody who is as attractive as this girl is. At her age, she has 2 children. And she's on this Instagram live talking about how many rappers want to sleep with her. She's talking about how fat her box is. Then she was sarcastically bringing up the Game and how he messages her. She even said that the Game hit it and even messaged her and told her how good her box was. But then she wanted to make it seem like, well, she's just being sarcastic. Let me tell y'all something, man. There is always truth in sarcasm. And she's on here bragging about how all the men that the women who are in her Instagram live want, she has them in her DMs. Let me tell you something, April. It ain't hard for females to get one of these guys' attention on social media. This is why they're getting fake assets and fake tits, because it doesn't take very much to get their attention. Okay, as long as you look good, they're going to find you and they're going to message you, especially if you have a following, April. You are the girlfriend of Omarion, so a lot of these guys are going to know who you are. You're on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. They're going to know who you are. Okay, but this was not good. And also, there were rumors that she was dating Lil Fizz, formerly of B2K. And actually, Lil Fizz and Omarion was on tour together. It was like a B2K Millennium Tour reunion. Bow Wow and a few other people. And the rumors kind of started, what was it, the last couple weeks or so, which is probably, I believe, has been confirmed. I think she's confirmed in a way, even though she tried to make it, still is denying it. But again, she's basically dating in circles. What I told y'all about these women, I think I said in my recent live show about women who date in circles. Like, they date the team. They go from dating this guy, they gonna go right over there to his homie. They're comfortable dating in teams, And there was also a video, I believe a year ago, of this same particular female, April Jones, right, who was at the Game's house with a bunch of other women. And I can tell by the look in her eyes, it was sort of like that. It was like a look of a woman who is sort of free in a way. It's kind of hard to explain, but and there were rumors that the Game hit it. She denied it. I don't think the Game said anything, but she made mention in this particular live video that if she did sleep with any of these guys, we wouldn't know about it. You know why? Because women think that they have some type of power when it comes to sleeping with these guys in the entertainment industry. Because for the most part, these guys don't put women on blast. Women put them on blast. And these females know this. This is why they are sleeping around. I believe April Jones is sleeping around. I just think that it's bubbling to the surface because people are clowning her for dating Lil Fizz. But looking at this live video, I truly believe that she has some issues. I've always felt like she was very emotional, and I think it's just boiling over. She can't take criticism. They're criticizing her for dating within the team, and she can't handle it. And we all know when you have people who have emotional issues, when they are confronted, especially by other women, because you got women who come to me saying that I bash women. They like to use that term. But when they are confronted by other women, they can't take that type of criticism. They can't take being criticized by other women because there's no way out of it, you know? So what she do is she hops on IG Live and she pats her box. She's patting it, talking about how fat it is and, you know, how good it is and how all these dudes want it. And, you know, females do that, man. I don't understand why. They act like we can't find another female who has very good box, you know. But she's on this particular Instagram Live, and she's acting like she's almost as if she's promoting her box. Like I believe what she's doing is what women do is when they're single, they talk about how good and tight their box is, you know. They talk about how all these dudes want them, but they're still single. You are still single at the end of the day. You ain't with nobody. But you're getting on this Instagram Live embarrassing yourself. I think one of the girls actually tried to tell her to chill. But of course, April, I don't know if she took a couple of pills or she done drunk a little bit. But she was definitely, you can tell, hindered by some influence. And I think the fact that women have been criticizing her has gotten to her. But you are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing your kids. You're embarrassing whatever. Like, listen, I've always thought April Jones was an attractive girl. I thought that even though she was a bit emotional, I always thought she seemed very dateable. But after watching this IG Live, it just shows you that no matter how a female may be perceived or how she looks, there's always going to be a screw loose. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that I would date April Jones. What I'm saying is you could see what Omarion saw in her, right? Because she always seemed like she had things together, like she was very much so grounded. But I'm telling you right now, when these people have a following, I think the worst thing that happened to some of these people was having Instagram Live. I mean, Facebook Live is I think Instagram Live is for more like celebrities or semi-celebrities. And I think that Facebook Live is for the regular, average, everyday attention seeker. Because you got these reality TV show celebrities, and you got the rappers, the athletes, they all hop on IG Live and they do embarrassing shit that they will never be able to get off the internet. Now, she's standing in this video with the short shorts. She's parading herself, promoting herself, basically trying to insinuate that she looks a lot better than her own fans. Y'all got to understand, a lot of the people who follow her are fans of her. If she's promoting a product or promoting being on the show, those people are going to support her in the comment section. When she put up posts, they're going to like it. But because they're criticizing her, she can't take it. And there are women out there that they live in an echo chamber. They don't know what it's like to be criticized, especially by women. Because when it comes to men, they'll shame men and say, well, you're just saying that because, you know, I'm a female, this and that, blah, blah. Because I see it in my videos. You got women who are constantly, whenever I make a point about them, they'll use the term that I'm bashing them, that I hate women, or you don't never say nothing to men, and just all that rhetoric. Well, what you have to say now? It's actually women who are sending me this topic. It was a female who sent me this video. So what does that tell you? What that tells you is that something is seriously wrong with this female. She is off her rocker. Okay? Something is not right there in that particular situation. So y'all can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I'm looking at what's going on here, and I'm looking at the fact that y'all are disappointed. Why are y'all disappointed? This don't surprise me, because you have a lot of women like her who want to put her box on a pedestal if it's the best thing ever, as if there's not other women out there who look better than her, who have better box, who men are more, who men want more. But because they're criticizing you for dating within the team, which is what you're doing, then you admitting but then not admitting to letting the game hit. I think you actually did sleep with the game. But again, in her world, you know, she only will admit to what she think y'all want to hear instead of what is reality. You know, and what's interesting is that it would be really interesting if the game sees this as an opportunity and actually does put her on blast. Because in other situations, the game puts females on blast that he no longer sleeps with. So maybe he's still sleeping with her. You know, and she talked about how all these women want the game, and you know, all these other women would want to be with him, but he's messaging her. He's telling her how good of a mom she is. That's all it takes. Because this seemed like a cry for help. This video was definitely a cry for help. Okay? Definitely a cry for help. And the females in the background really wasn't helping that much. No, in the instance, they were kind of trying to talk some sense, and then they were egging her on. This is why you need real people on your side, because without real people, you're going to end up doing embarrassing shit like this that is never going to go away. Then you got the female literally grabbing her box in the thumbnail in the video. And once again, it just shows y'all, man, women do embarrassing shit, and it will be looked upon as, oh, she just had a bad day. She was going through something. Don't judge her. Well, she did this to herself. So if people are judging her, they're judging her off of her own actions.